What's up, guys? This is nothing but chaos doing a long form video experimenting with my metallics. Army Painter puts out some of the best paints I've ever used. Citadel pots are okay, they dry out, and the paints are about the same quality. But I've never had this issue with Army Painter, so I wanted to push these to the limit and see just how good they are, because different type of plastic reacts to different type of paints, and I'm pretty sure this won't really work, but this is a fake Gundam I got from an event, so I'm going to try this out to see how well it turns out. While I'm doing this, I might discuss a few things, such as the Battle Force boxes, and really get some opinions on what paints you might use, what paints you like, what people you might like to watch. So stick around if you like that. If not, hope I see you again. So I put on the paint without any primer, any prep, whatever you need, just from the bottle to the Gundam. And this is obviously a mistake, as you see. It does not want to stick to the Gundam. It does not want to work with me at all. But I'm dedicated to see if this is going to work, because I believe in the metallic paints to work all on their own on anything you put them on, because that's just how good metallics are. One of the big things I learned about this is actually just prime the model. If you want to do it the easy way, I'm not doing this the easy way. Next time I might prime the model and do the easy way to see how it works and compare them. But here, I'm really pushing it to see what I can do to make it look good. One of the things I learned is that if you put on the first ugly layer of the metallics paint, it will not stick on. But if you let it dry, then put on the second layer, it works perfectly fine. So this might be a bit expensive, might not really be worth the effort, but I want to see the end result from a natural state of what my experiment is going to be. Now, I've never painted a model Gundam kit, so I don't know what I'm doing, and from what I've seen, most people just make the lines deeper, make them stick out to really enhance the features that are already there. But this is me. I like to mess around. I like to be chaotic. So I'm going to paint the whole dang thing. The best part about painting the Gundam, though, is that I could take off arms. I can do each part individually. I don't have to keep it on the base or whatever you want to call it. If it's a Warhammer, you have to put it all together, keep it together to make it work well, and not make it seem like a chore to be painting 10 different arms. Now, you can do that. I know people who do that type of painting with Warhammer. I don't. It drives me insane. I tried it with some warriors, and I just gave up because it's just like, okay, I can't see my progress on the whole. So it got to be like a chore or a job. Let me know below how you paint. Do you do the whole assembly painting? Do you do one thing at a time, do heads? Then do you keep on the sprue or not? So I know people who paint the arms on the sprue. I know people who paint them off the sprue and then stick them on later. Me, I build the whole model, I prime it, and I do my best with what I got. This can make it difficult, but workable. If you have the hard to reach places, you normally don't have to do much to those places because people aren't looking there. I'm doing this not because I think it's going to improve anything or make my model better in any type of way, but I'm doing it because one of my favorite things with painting in any format, whether it be this Gundam, Warhammer, or even on the canvas, is that there's no really set way of how to do it. Other people try to tell you there is, saying you have to do this and this and this, making sure you follow a very strict guideline of how to do everything, and you must edge highlight, you must do this thing, otherwise your models look like crap. And I think those people are rather silly, considering we are painting toy soldiers. And that is why I do things like this, because this is just in defiance against that type of thought process. Like, you say this is exactly how I'm supposed to do it, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to prime my models, I'm going to use metallics. And honestly, that's been working out really great with my Halo Flashpoint miniatures. They look peak. They look awesome. I'll be doing a video on them next time. So honestly, if you want to save money and not use primers and you're using metallics, go ahead. Don't use the primer. It doesn't really matter that much. People will say it does, but it doesn't, especially if you use really good models. Like, it works on the Halo Flashpoint, it works on the Warhammer. I haven't tried it on resin yet. I think I'll do that next, but I'm pretty sure it will, because if you keep looking, it's even kind of turning out okay on this Gundam. And this Gundam was fighting the metallics with everything it had. To finish off, I will say that the Army Painter metallics are a great investment, especially if you do any type of painting that has a lot of metals, such as sci-fi, barbarians, knights, anything like that. Oh, and one last thing, tell me what you think about the new Battle Force boxes coming out today. I think the Fulgrim one is kind of worth it. I know they're going to be expensive. If they're still like $240, $250, I might get one. If they're up higher than that, $300, I don't think they're worth it at all, and I think GW is making a mistake with that. Tell me down below whether you use Army Painter, Metallics, or if you use Citadel, and whether you're going to buy one of these new Battle Force boxes. I will consider it if they're still at $240. The Fulgrim one is one I've always wanted to get. So, see you later.